Welcome to Rauta, welcome to Black Metal Review from Finland. This is Noenum with rather new as CD format, Fairy Path. Now originally this 2022 recorded release got out through Northern Heritage as vinyl in 2023, but it took another year or so for this one to arrive as CD format. As you can see, this ain't no jewel case, but indeed a digi sleeve. 2 tracks, roughly 16 minutes if I recall correctly. And this is pretty much how it is. 2 guys from the band here as nice photos and then the lyrics, which are essentially showing what the band is all about. Very little liner note information available, so this is how it goes. Now, this lineup is somewhat of a public secret. Public in the sense that those who know already know it, and those who don't know, well, I'm not going to reveal it. And here on Metal Icon sites, it says Adept and Spell, but if you click through these links, you won't find out who they are. Let's just say they are somewhat known people from the Finnish black metal underground, known for other bands, but they have decided to go with like this, so let's honor that. As it is here on the Metal Archive site, this one started quite early in 2000s. Are a little bit younger in that sense than the main bands, what these guys have had or still have, and wasn't exactly very active early years. I mean, you had the demo and EP and nothing much really happened until 2020s after the split, compilation, what have you. So Heresiarch full album came out 2 years ago, and this Fairy Path followed the next year, and like I said, now on CD format. So 2 songs, rather lengthy ones, and 16 minutes. Now this is curious case because it is very different than most of the Finnish black metal you get to see here and all that stuff. Not exactly the most raw out there, not exactly the most fast, nothing symphonic or the like. So a little bit standing out from the rest, and I would say in a good way. The thing here is, a lot of Finnish black metal tend to be the so-called Satanic War Master school of black metal, which is very much inspired by French and the like. So more melodic yet raw kind of stuff. Then we have these very typical Finnish names like Horna and certain other bands doing the similar style, which is, I guess, kind of a basic Nordic 1990s second wave black metal. And then you have a bunch of other bands which go either for the likes of Impel, National Arena, and Archscope, but nothing really like the rest of that's what I mentioned. So quite a variety, and yet still Noenum is able to kind of stand out from the rest. Especially when you compare to the main guy's band. I know now people are like wondering, like, spit it out. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to say this is very different from that band, because this is actually more on the soothing side of things. It's rather mid-tempo-ish, very much more towards atmosphere, and as such the track lengths are kind of easy to defend. This is no hasty kind of black metal, not the most grim, violent or intense black metal, but more flirting with some kind of ambient and yet also very organic guitar sound. So there is this kind of approach where it's a little bit just different than the rest of the black metal. And when I say atmospheric black metal, no, I really mean the school of Burzum, but which is so often known as the kind of a cornerstone of atmospheric black metal. So Noenum is quite different from rather most of the black metal you get to hear. Yet there are of course similarities. Like I said, the organic sound is not exactly raw, but it's not super produced. But it's not the raw in the sense like it's like very lo-fi and hiding all the parts, how the instruments go, be drumming, guitars and all that stuff. Now if there is one raw element, is this kind of a high pitchy shriek vocals, which are not exactly low and raspy like some of the black metal people are doing, but more on the screamy side of things, yet not exactly also some kind of a Danny Field kind of a Cradle of Filth kind of thing. Actually the vocal sound might tell you who the vocalist is. I mean, I was already getting a little bit hint of that, but I had to actually ask some questions to figure it out. For sure, I mean, I always question when I'm thinking of something, and I usually have, especially more common kind of music, the kind of ear like, this is that. The same goes for voice actors and all that stuff. Yeah, I still wasn't sure who it is. So I was like, maybe I know it, but I'm not sure. So maybe you will figure it out also. I'm saying this because it's interesting. There's like a little bit of contrast with the really raw and powerful vocals. I like them a lot. With the music, which is more on the softer side of things. So like I said, it's not very violent or intense nor raw, but kind of organic and atmospheric, yet not without going too soft and all that stuff. In my opinion, Fiery Path is a well-balanced release and definitely for people who like their black metal quite basic. Not exactly so trashy as the first wave, but nothing modern, nothing dissonant, nothing avant-garde-ish in its approach. So I guess for people who like the previous works, this is solid release, solid continuation, a successor if you will, but also kind of standing out from the rest of the Finnish black metal scene, if you will. I urge you to take a look at it and you will find links provided in the description box. A good release, MCD side, now available after the vinyl one, which I would guess is still available in case you're interested. If not, color me wrong and all that stuff. Now off you go, give it a listen and I hope you like it.